Verse 16, a gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retain riches. We're looking for the gracious woman who retaineth honor. That's the one we want. That's the wife who's going to remain loyal no matter what trial, no matter what temptation she goes through. She's not going to bounce when things get rough. She's not going to monkey branch on to the next guy. She's not going to say, peace, I found something better. She retaineth her honor. Or she's not just hopping in your bed. She's not tempting you. She's not driving you to sexual immorality. She's fighting with you. You guys are struggling against the lusts of the flesh so that you can honor the Father. You're retaining your honor in your relationship before you get married. And strong men retain riches. The other word, the other translation for strong men is ruthless men. So I think this is a juxtaposition. This is an opposite, not an alike, because it's saying the ruthless man doesn't care about how he's getting his riches. He's retaining them because he's ruthless. He's just cutting down everyone around him so that he can get his. I do think that's what it's trying to say here. And he retains his riches because he does not let anyone get in the way of his wealth, because his God is money. Because he's ruthless. Blood doesn't move him. Only gold does. Verse 17, the merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. So mercy, when we choose mercy, we're doing good to our own soul. We're not holding grudges because it destroys yourself. You hold grudges and it destroys your own soul. But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. It troubles your flesh to hold grudges, does it not? Does it not just eat you up inside when you don't forgive? You know it. I know it. We have to forgive because our Father first forgave us. And how great a debt has he forgiven us that we would hold the tiny, tiny, tiny little one sin that someone committed against us. It's the parable of the debts, of the man with the great debt who went out and got forgiven all of his debt, and then he went out and grabbed someone who owed him much less debt. And then the master who forgave him his debt found out about that, and he snatched him up and put him in prison because he ought to have forgiven the one who owed him little, while his was infinitely greater was forgiven. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. To him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. I'm holding on to that one like I am all the other ones, okay? Who doesn't want a sure reward? Let us sow righteousness. Let us plant seeds of the gospel in other people's lives. Let us be the light of the world that walk and follow and abide in Jesus so that others can see our integrity, that only he can move through us in sanctification and allow them to receive a seed based upon seeing the light of the world, which is Jesus, but he shines through us. Let us sow righteousness so that souls can be saved. Verse 19, as righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. As righteousness leads to life. That's the other translation. You pursue evil, you get death. You pursue righteousness, you get life. Simple. It's simple, but we are so foolish. We cannot grasp it long enough to hold on to it because we get distracted and we allow our flesh to speak. Verse 20. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. I was rejoicing always before him. I was his daily delight. That was wisdom when she was giving us her qualifications. This is an example of saying we can be his daily delight if we remain integrity and remain upright in our ways. We can be his delight. Who doesn't want to be the delight of the Father? Who doesn't want to hear, "Well done, welcome home, son"? I know I do. Verse 21. Though hand join in hand, but the wicked shall not be unpunished. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Though all these wicked people join hand in hand, they're together, they're teaming up. All the wickedness of the world, they've all made their choice, and they're trying to destroy everyone. They will not go unpunished. No matter how many forces join together, they will not escape the everlasting wrath of God. You can't team up against an infinite God. It's just not going to work. No matter how many ants you have, you cannot kill God. They think they can. That's why they team up. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The other translation is posterity, which means your generation after generation, all the future generations. Your seed will flourish. This is the same thing. Your seed is what your kids, your children, your children's children, and ever after. Remember Abraham's seed will be as many as the sands of the sea. Your seed will flourish, just like Abraham's seed has. Shall be delivered and flourish, right? Verse 22, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a beautiful woman which is without discretion. I mean, we get the idea, we get the picture here. The beautiful woman, she's got no discretion. She's essentially a harlot. She can't keep her clothes on. Where is she? Yeah, she's beautiful. She's a ring of gold. But where's that ring of gold? It's in the snout of a pig. It's a nose ring for a pig. That's the most disgusting place to be. Is it not? Is it not showing how disgusting the immoral woman is? You're basically, okay, let's say you're fallen for the beauty of this woman without discretion. Where are you? You're in the mouth of a pig. You're in the nose of a pig. Where are their noses and their mouths? In the troughs, in the mud, it's in the grossest, dirtiest, disgusting, most wretched place there is. Like, what's dirtier than that? What's more unclean than the pig? Back in the day, they didn't eat pigs because it was unclean food. It was so unclean they wouldn't even touch it. It still is. Verse 23, the desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Are yours and my desires only good? What are our desires? Do we have wicked desires? Do we still have those wicked desires? Or are we holding on only to righteous desires? It says only good. Let the Father teach us and show us our wicked desires and help us forsake those. And the expectation of the wicked is wrath, okay? They're gonna get wrath. If we carry on in wickedness, we catch wrath. Righteous wrath rains down on wickedness. Simple as that. It will rain down. Sodom and Gomorrah, prime example. The flood. Noah and his family, only ones that got delivered. Wrath is coming, and this time it will be fire. The works of man will burn. Nothing in this world is worth suffering eternal damnation for. Let us forsake our wicked ways and accept our salvation totally and completely, serving our Master faithfully. Verse 24, there is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meat, but it tendeth to poverty. So this is the miser who's trying to gain, he's trying to gather more by not giving. He's trying to stack up more of what he has so that he's being selfish. He's saying, I need more, I need more, I need more. I can't give to someone else because I need more. And then there's the one that scattereth, who's just giving everywhere he goes. He's giving more than his meat. He's giving more than he can even give. And he still increaseth. So this is the gratuity law. If you carry on in gratuitous giving over giving more than you can, it will come back to you and you will keep increasing. I'm having trouble with this because I was all for that. I was giving, but now I'm kind of like, oh no, I gotta stack more, and I'm holding back my hand. This is preaching to me. It's saying, look, man, if you keep scattering, you're gonna keep increasing. You keep giving, you will keep increasing. But the second you start holding back, that's when it tendeth to poverty. It leadeth to poverty because you're trying to grip onto it. Giving is supposed to save us from serving the god of mammon. It's supposed to save us and protect us from worshiping money. Okay? And then God shows us the more we scatter it, the more it comes back to us. And here it just jumps on the same idea in verse 25. The generous soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered himself. So the more generous we are, the more we will increase, the more fat we will be made. Okay? That's success. That's you're gaining more. He that watereth shall be watered also himself. So am I watering right now? This is me watering, trying to teach, trying to speak on the scriptures. When I pour into someone else, I pour out myself like a vessel, like Paul does. He will be watered himself. The Father will water me. My preacher will water me. I will be watered by others. The more that I water others. So water others, so you yourself can be watered. You're a plant. The only way to grow is to be watered. Verse 26, he that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but the blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. Same idea. You're stacking up corn. The corn is the money, right? It's the grain. It's what you hold your security in. Your security is in the grain bin. How much grain you have in your bin. You filled it up and you're not selling it because you think you can get a better price for it. Oh, I'll sell it a couple months down the road. I'll sell it then. Okay? But no, you sell what you have when you have it. You sell the grain. You give it away. You give so that the people can be fed. If we want to talk about that, you're withholding your knowledge of the scriptures. I was withholding my knowledge of the scriptures and I wasn't selling the corn, okay? I wasn't teaching. I wasn't doing this. And it says the people shall curse him. I think we should be feeding others. We should be watering others. What we have, let us give it to others. Whatever the Father has given you as a gift or as a calling, submit to it and do it so that others can be blessed and you will not be cursed. Verse 27, he that diligently seeketh good pursueth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come to him. So you're seeking evil, you're seeking to do others harm, you're going to fall into the snare that you set for others. You try to sabotage others, that sabotage that you tried to put on them is going to come right back to you. And you keep seeking good, you're going to provide, you're going to procure, you're going to gain the favor of the Lord, okay? You keep diligently seeking righteousness, you will gain favor of God. Forget about the favor of man. We need the favor of God to move through this life. He can give us the favor of man too, like Joseph, okay? He had the favor of man. Potiphar saw him and put him as the head of his household. And he worked diligently. He kept seeking good, and he procured favor all the way unto being the head of the nation of Egypt because of his dreams, because the Lord gave him that favor. Yes, he went through quite the trials to get there, but he kept diligently seeking good until he procured the ultimate favor, which delivered his family from the famine and the whole nation. What a blessing that was. Verse 28, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch or as foliage. So in the last chapter it said, a rich man's wealth is a strong city, okay? This is telling us not to trust in our riches. If we trust in our riches, like that verse, it shall fall. You will fall if you trust in your riches. We must trust in the Lord as our strong tower. He is our strong tower. But the righteous shall flourish as a branch. You will grow. The foliage will be green. It's like the green leaves of a tree. That's the foliage. You will flourish. You will grow exponentially. You'll keep growing. You'll flourish as an olive tree. You'll shoot out as a branch, and you'll keep growing. You'll keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If you maintain righteousness, if you seek after righteousness with diligence. Verse 29, he that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. Don't trouble your own household. Be a blessing to your household. It says you'll inherit the wind. I don't want to inherit the wind. That's inheriting nothing. The fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. Let us be the wise of heart so that we don't have to be servant. Well, we're supposed to be servant of servants, right? Just as Jesus was. But this is just telling us the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. Okay? Verse 31, behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. So, the righteous shall be avenged. Okay? Oh no. Rewarded. Well, they will be avenged. We know that. But the righteous shall be rewarded in the earth. Seek righteousness, and we shall be rewarded at the end of time. Now it goes on to say, much more the wicked and the sinner, their reward, their recompense is destruction. That's why it's saying much more. They're going to be rewarded for their wickedness with utter destruction and eternal destruction. Let us be afraid of that. Let us forsake the wickedness and the darkness, because it's not worth eternal despair. That is why we fear the Lord, because He can cast our souls into hell. We must be wise and realize that eternity is so long, so long. We cannot even wrap our minds around it. A finite 90 years is all we can wrap our minds around. Right now, all I can wrap my mind around in time, in terms of temporality, is 30 years. Multiply that infinitely exponentially, and then you're in utter infinite suffering. Let us bow down to the righteous judge. Bow down to Jesus and have him cover us in his righteousness so that we can spend eternity in delight, in paradise, paradiso. By his side, he is our heaven. Maintain right relationship with the Son. This is the only way to the Father. Let us bow down to the King of Kings. He holds your eternity in his hands. It should be a sobering message. Wake up. Stop playing games. This is life or death for eternity. Jesus, save us. Save all those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. Give them ears to hear and eyes to see so that they do not destroy themselves for eternity. Jesus, save all that you can. Send laborers into the harvest. I pray this in the mighty name of Yeshua of Nazareth. Amen. I bless you with wisdom. That's all that I seek, and I pray that that's all that you seek.